Oh man, you guys, we are continuing on with these isosceles trapezoid problems, which this picture does not tell me it's an isosceles trapezoid. It tells me it's a trapezoid because I see a quadrilateral with two sides that are parallel, but I don't see two congruent legs, so it's not necessarily an isosceles trapezoid. But in the problem it says, assume the figure is an isosceles trapezoid. So guess what, you guys? I can mark these two legs congruent because now I know it's an isosceles trapezoid. Say what? So we now need to solve for y and find the measure of angle E and the measure of angle H. So I'm going to pull out those nifty isosceles trapezoid properties to see if any of these will help us to solve. So in the problem, I'm given information about the same kind of base angles. Both of these angles are on the same base. They're on the bottom base. Okay, so maybe something about base angles will help me solve. Let's see here. Look here, you guys. Each pair of base angles are congruent. So what does that mean about angle E and angle H? They are congruent, you guys. So that means if angle E, I'm going to write in green, change it up. Angle E is congruent to angle H, which means the measure of angle E will equal the measure of angle H. Oh man, sorry, that's an H. What's going on with my H's? The demon cats are getting me, you guys. Alright, which I did not mean to do that. That's embarrassing. Alright, let's go back to here. Okay. So now that I know the property to use, I'm going to start solving this thing. So I know angle E should equal angle H. So I'm going to replace those with what they equal. So the measure of angle E is this 2y squared minus 25. So we have 2y squared minus 25 equals the measure of angle H, which H equals y squared plus 24. Alright, I'm going to box this off so I have space in the end to find E and H. Alright, but for now, we just need to find what Y is. Alright guys, so the first step, we need to bring our Y's together because they are besties and they want to be joined together. They're tired of being separated. So we need to join our Y's together. So first of all, I'm going to bring this y squared over because that's going to keep things positive. And if we can keep things positive, it makes things easier. So secretly, there's a 1 in front of my y squared. So how do I bring a positive y squared to the other side? I do subtract it on both sides. Holy hot dog, you guys. So y squared minus y squared cancels and turns to 0. 2y squared minus 1y squared is 1y squared, which is simply just y squared. So you have y squared minus 25 equals 24. Bring that down and that down. Alright, so I must solve for y. So I need to move everything else to the other side. So how do I bring a negative 25 to the other side? Holy hot dog, you guys. I do add the negative 25 on both sides. You guys are brilliant. Alright, so negative 25 plus 25 cancels and turns to 0, and 24 plus 25 gives me 49. So I currently have y squared equals 49. Alright, and I'm so close to solving for the y. I want to know what y is, but currently I have y squared. So that squared is getting in the way. How do we undo a squared? We do, in fact, square root that thing on both sides, which the square root will cancel out the square. So we're going to be left with y equals 7, because the square root of 49 is 7. And technically, you guys, remember when you square root both sides of an equation, technically a plus or minus should pop up, but a negative number really won't make much sense in this scenario. So in geometry, typically, if you get a plus or minus situation, we typically go with the plus sign. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so currently we know what y is. Bam! But now I want to find what angle E is and angle H, which technically we know they're congruent. So if I find one of the angles, I should end up with the same value for my other angle. So let's see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to be solving for that over here. So I'm going to solve the measure of angle E first, which is the 2y squared minus 25. So let's see what we get. So the measure of angle E equals 2, my y, I know what y is. Y is 7. So I can replace this y with a 7. So the y is going to transform into a 7. So it's times 7 squared and then minus 25. All right, you guys, let's do this thing. So when we do this, you guys, we have to do the exponent first before we multiply because in order of operations, exponents come before multiplication. So we're going to square the 7, then multiply by 2. That is not the same thing as multiplying by 2, then squaring. So be careful. That's when the demon cats get you guys. So square, then multiply. Unless you just want a demon cat to come after you, which I don't know why anyone would want that in their life. All right, so we have 2. 7 squared, 7 times 7 is 49. And then minus 25. All right, so 2 times 49. Let's keep simplifying. So 2 times 49 is going to give me 98, which let me double check. 18, yes. Yes, okay. Minus 25. So the measure of angle E equals 98 minus 25. So 98 minus 20 gives me 78 minus 5 more is 73 degrees. Holy hot dog, you guys. So if I did the problem correctly, the measure of angle H should also be 73 degrees. So let's see what happens when we solve for the measure of angle H this time. So the measure of angle H equals y squared plus 24. Alright, so the measure of angle H equals my y is going to transform into the 7 here. So 7 squared plus 24. Alright, and 7 squared, 7 times 7 is 49. And let's see here, 49 plus 24. Alright, so 49 plus 20 is 69. Plus 4 gives me 73. Oh man, you guys. So the measure of angle H also equals 73, which I'm super excited because we got the same answer, which means we did it correctly. So we have found Y, we have found the measure of angle E, and the measure of angle H. Look at that beauty right there. You guys did so good. I'm so proud of you guys.